YouTube. We'll just go live. Just click go live here. Get some bump music going. The bump music I'm using is weird. It's meant to be weird because I'm in a weird place right now.
It's like
and we'll start audition. Record an audition, and I think we're live technically in both places. Weird show. Dutch man who needs no introduction, but I shall indulge, like I say in confabulation.
you have to introduce me. You never know, there might be some random person come up in here like, who's that guy that fucking dresses all weird?
This I'm not suited up today. I'm wearing the Yomiuri Giants jersey. I think this jersey was like a giveaway. If you went to like a Yomiuri Giants game, but the audio song is called "The Edge of Sanity," and that's where I'm at, buddy. I'm losing it.
I wouldn't say you're on the edge. I feel like you're in there.
I've fallen off.
You're in the pool of insanity.
Yeah, I've
taken a little swim.
Off. I don't really know what happened with the pre-show. We don't normally do a pre-show, but we were just sitting here kind of like pulling up web pages and stuff we want to talk about. So, apologies to Trey Roberts. We weren't asking you to leave, buddy. I think, what were you just saying, Dutch? Is like this is the pre-show?
Oh yeah, I just let him know. I'm pretty sure he knew it was a joke, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But Trey Roberts' official apology, we would never tell anybody to leave any of our shows because basically nobody's watching. We love all viewers. I don't even care if I'm in here brushing my teeth. Don't ever go away.
I would watch that.
It's The Edge of Sanity is the song. That's the bump in music. We're going to get weird today. Roadmap it. I'll let you roadmap it, buddy. Definitely shout out to the ATG crew. I'm the president of the ATG Fan Club. I will say this about ATG. It's kind of like, people was like, dude, are you ever going to like stop talking about them? I was like, well, am I ever going to stop talking about the Beastie Boys? They're like my favorite band. Probably not for the rest of my life. So just knowing like Bonnie and the Mo Jordan and Jake are out there doing shit, it's kind of awesome. So you just support that any way you can. We'll run through some of their stuff, their latest little update.
It's like
probably
when
look at the Smokey Joe Williams vid again.
It's like when you're like in a band and you discover another band. It's like local band or like underground band like you.
We're gonna tour with these guys.
You're like super hyped up, yeah. Kind of like I remember I was like in the first band I was in Dallas.
Let me put their image up so people know. Like if you're watching this, just turn us off and go to ATG. Is what should happen. Or you can watch both. I don't know. I think their image, they're this image. Bam, legends right there. How do you do that? I can move that. Legends of the game. ATG, support those dudes. They definitely been supporting us, but I don't know, road mapping, buddy, on the edge of insanity. What do you got? I'll let you go, then I'll go with some bits I want to get to.
So here's what I was thinking about talking about today. The World Baseball Classic, right?
That's a good one. There's some weird stuff we were researching before the show on the pre-weird show.
And talk about like.
Let me get the cam on you, bud.
And then we'll talk about the World Baseball Classic, but then discuss like notable players that are playing in the World Baseball Classic.
That's good stuff right there, buddy.
You know, because I'm pulling for Team Canada, Freddie Freeman, but and then talk about MLB The Show.
Wait, what? Freddie Freeman's from Canada?
He's playing on the team. I don't know if he's from there or if he's like has family there. I don't know. All I know is he's on Team Canada. He might be Canadian.
I know Joey Votto's Canadian. I'm Googling Freeman right now. So WBC is stacked this year. I'm definitely excited for WBC. Let's see here. Where's this guy?
So,
where's this dude from?
We'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about MLB The Show.
California. This looks like he's in California. In high school, anyway. I don't know. There's like a Wikipedia. American Canadian. I'll be damned. I didn't know that about Freddie Freeman. Freeman was born in Fountain Valley, California. Both of Freeman's parents are from Ontario, Canada. His mother's from Peterborough, and his father's from Windsor. That would explain why he likes maple syrup so much. That's unsubstantiated. Nobody said that. I'm saying that. I'm saying I was at a truck stop one time, and I heard a truck driver go, I thought I heard him go, man, Freddie Freeman likes a lot of maple syrup and poutine. I was like, that's weird, but all right. Kind of makes sense. All right, I'll fade out on the edge of insanity music. That was the intro tunes. Now we're back to just our bullshit. Go to the wide cam. Who else? Well, we won't get into it, but that's a good one. What else you got besides WBC? And you got like you're talking some smack on some other stuff.
So, talk about MLB The Show 23, right?
Yeah,
so that's coming out next month.
Because I got to get into the video gaming more with what the ATG guys are doing.
And we'll also talk about the cover athlete, Jazz Chisholm. But there's also like Derek Jeter is like the captain edition, but Jazz Chisholm is like the main person on the standard edition.
Main guy.
And then, of course, we'll talk about Texas State baseball as well as, like, other local baseball.
Also, Bill Yard, our sound guys out there, tell us if we're blown out. We never know. Yeah, I'll pull Jazz Chisholm's stats up, too. I really like Jazz Chisholm's game because I like guys that are kind of skinny with power but then have all the athletic ability.
He has, like, the sweetest swing, one of the sweetest swings ever. Like, when he goes around, he goes all the way around his back, kind of like that dude that was in Colorado. Yeah. Like, it's so nice, dude. And I like the way that he carries himself. He's, like, very... What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. He's very confident in himself, and he's very flashy.
He's from the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Nassau.
And I think more players need to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
I thought he was taller. He's 5'11".
Sure, little dude. I'm taller than him.
Let's show minors. 3 years in the show. Where was he drafted? He was probably a free agent. He was Caribbean.
He was a international player, free agent thing. Like, I think he was originally signed in 2015, I think, by the Diamondbacks, if I'm not mistaken.
I guess not a full season last year, but kind of breakout, dude, because he hit 18 ding-dongs in 2021. Let's give everybody the fun of what I'm looking at. Jazz Chisholm's stats are a little bit interesting. If you go right, so 124 games in 21, 18 bing-a-dings, 53 bibbies. OPS plus is actually below 100. But then look at his OPS plus the next year, 139. That's like a big stat, and he was an all-star. But only played half the season. Let's see what he was like as a prospect here. Yeah, kind of going off as a prospect, dude. Like, no doubt. This guy is a major leaguer, right? He's just eating up the competition. 270, 225 bing-a-dings. And then 21 ding-alongs. I don't know how that was. That's minors and I guess the show there. Oh, I see what it was. He had 21 in AA. Anyway, yeah, Jazz Chisholm's cool. I like that guy. All right, let's go back to the show. So we got Jazz Chisholm, MLB The Show, WBC, Texas. What are we doing here? I do like this. Video capture device. Display capture. Yeah. Video capture. Let's go back there. It's an organic experience. It's an organic experience. ATG in the house. Shout out to Bonnie, any other ATG crew guys checking us out. You're never not welcome. Always welcome. What do I got for today? Do you want to know, or I don't know?
Yeah.
Depression and meditation. So, like, I brought in some weird music to talk about my horrible week. I've been very active on social media or anything else, just because I've just been hunkered down dealing with a bunch of BS. No good deed goes unpunished. I took a case pro bono, and it's to eat my lunch. It's such a disaster.
And
I spent all day yesterday in an online hearing in Travis County, and only to be like told by the judge that I was incompetent, sad sack. So that was lots of fun. Don't hire me as a lawyer. That's why I'm pro bono. But and it's just like I'm overwhelmed with like so much shit I put on my plate. It's my own fault. Go ahead,
we have Doug Jones here today. Doug Jones.
Yeah, put that up to the camera. I got camera 3 on it.
I'm actually going to stand up. I'll do that and put it right to the camera.
Put it right there.
Show
on
Doug Jones.
Camera 3. Yeah, get it right up in there so we can see that mustache on Doug Jones. Oh, you got to back off a little bit. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. I'm trying to get the mustache to come into focus, but that's what, Upper Deck 91? 91 Upper Deck or something? It's nice, dude. And I got all my Donruss cards here today.
That's an Upper Decker.
If you're a card collector, and I know most of us all are, here's my arguments for Dunross.
I will say this, though. When in doubt, Doug Jones.
Doug Jones stash. You know, they say in the Middle East you're dealing with Iraqis, like you can't swear on your mustache if you don't have a mustache. That's like a thing, swear on your mustache. But
I know a lot of times like when you're trying to focus, you put like your hand behind it or something. And
the card quality on Dunross.
ATG says howdy.
I love you guys so much. Bonnie, you're the best. They are not sleeping on card quality at Dunross. Like they're saying,
no, they're not.
Like I know we're not paying.
Those lights out ones. Those are badass.
Yeah, those are sweet.
I got like the.
Do they glow in the dark or something?
Honestly, I don't know.
They must.
But I had like this fucking, what was it?
It's like
a Shohei Ohtani one. I had the pitching one of them. Dude, it's fucking sick. I got like a Verlander one. That's all the cool stuff.
But like here's the two things I love about Dunross. A is they're clearly trying to be the market leader in like the quality of the card. They're doing some really cool stuff.
Yeah, Panini's awesome.
And if you're not giving money to Major League Baseball for their logos, that's doubly as good because FMLB, even though I'm going to consume their product. So that takes. So for my road mapping, definitely talk WBC, definitely talk Texas State going absolutely nuclear on Northwestern. Northwestern kids can, not that Texas State isn't a fine school, but Northwestern kids are always like, you know what, dude, if you got blown out, you're still probably going to be a doctor or something. That's a good school.
So if I was Northwestern, okay, first 3 games of the season, what it happened, maybe some rust or something. I don't know
what it was. Jose Gonzalez went off. That was nice.
But at the same time, Texas State is badass. What can you do?
I'm going to do UTSA. I don't know why I'm vibing UTSA so hard after 4 games, but there's like 3 or 4 new guys that are like transfers in, or just like a freshman and like a senior transfer, I think, and their team's looking good. And what I know of the already kind of like returning core, and again, I always felt that was a tall order with the guys they lost, like Flores and Tapia and Kang, and but.
They're bats.
But I just got this feeling that they have the band of misfits. So when I get to that section, I'm going to include with it kind of like that motivational speech. You ever see Miracle on Ice? Where like the coach has them all in the locker room? He's just telling them.
Like I'm aware of the story, what's based off of it and everything, but I've never watched a movie. You know.
He's like, it's an awesome movie. And Kurt Russell's the greatest. Plus he's a baseball guy. But he gives them like the most motivation. He's like, hey, you know, maybe 9 times out of 10, these guys beat us, but not today.
Not today.
So I'm just saying this is the season. This is the season for UTSA. They're going to the CWS. They are going to be the Cinderella of Cinderellas. They have the crew. So I'm going to talk UTSA, some college baseball around town, and then what other tabs? I really want to get into the Big Lebowski. A special holiday for me, bud, is on Twitter. I follow a ton of shit. I don't really know how the Twitter feed works anymore. I follow 2 Big Lebowski bots, and I think all they do is take like a screen grab of a scene from the movie and then put like the text of the line of that portion of the movie, and then they just tweet that like every 6 hours. There's like another scene from Lebowski, and that's what that.
So it's like literally a bot ran account.
Yeah, it's like an automated Big Lebowski bot. But my favorite time of year, if you're going through the movie in that fashion, it doesn't come up all the time, it comes up every so many months, is the scene where they go to Larry Seller's house. That to me is like Christmas.
Larry Sellers.
Because
what's that guy's name? Not from the movie, but that guy, that character, Lloyd Christmas.
Oh, I know. I don't know. The Walter Sobchak, John Goodman just absolutely loses his shit. Larry Sellers is great.
Because Lloyd Christmas is from Dumb and Dumber. That's right.
That's Dumb and Dumber. Yeah. So this is the dude.
That's when he said Lloyd, I was like, Lloyd Christmas.
We'll get into it, but one of the because you've seen the Big Lebowski a bunch of times, probably, I'm sure.
Yeah, but, it's a movie you gotta own. Like people say, like Scarface is like one of the movies that everybody has to own, but the Big Lebowski's.
I've done so much volume on that. But here's the one thing, and it's not lost on people who've seen the movie, but you never think about it. So the like. Goodman goes ape shit on the Corvette, and then the guy comes out of his house, loses it, and then goes ape shit on the dude's car. But like while he's beating the dude's car, you forget that Donnie's still inside in the back seat. They just don't show him. He's like probably like ducked out because when they drive away, they're all in the car. Such a good movie. But I need stuff like that to cheer me up because I'm just in the shit house. But
once you watch that movie, go ahead and put in Kingpin. Watch that next.
Yeah, Kingpin's good. So yeah, we're just gonna do Big Lebowski. Look at some ATG stuff. Talk about homemade baseball cards, which you're gonna get into and become a multimillionaire. And then
I wouldn't say homemade, but
there's like a way you were talking about doing that.
Custom, yeah. You go to Tops, and you get custom made baseball cards, and it's crazy. You get 20 of them for like $10.
Do some college baseball talking, WBC talking, and then
the Dutch Chattahoochee baseball card is gonna be rare.
Well,
one of one.
Yeah, I'm gonna
what? You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to bump you in. I'm gonna bump you in. I got special bump music for you. You haven't heard it yet.
That's what I'm excited for. It's a surprise because I honestly don't know what you.
It's more. It's
like I heard earlier. I could hear the music. Like when I was doing some research earlier, and you were playing the music. I heard it, but I don't remember what it was.
All right. Well, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm officially gonna go to camera 3 and then bump it in with the hype music while I'm talking up the greatness of Dutch Chattahoochee. And then you can just kick it with your stuff, and we'll get into it.
So So do you want to? What do you want to talk about first? World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, WBC is definitely a rabbit hole. That'll be a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me close this bad boy.
Introduce to you the man, the myth, the legend, the man off of bench warrant from Nebraska, one of the greatest backyard wrestlers of all time. And wait a second.
Found my way to San Antonio, Texas. I guess.
This is it.
That's the city we're in, right? Yeah.
This is it. Found his way to San Antonio, Texas, by way of Abu Dhabi and the Cote d'Ivoire, Madagascar, and the Falkland Islands. Renowned by some, especially the Sultan of Brunei, is the greatest
Cornhusker of all time.
Cornhusker and Rubik's Cube messer-upper
Definitely,
of all time.
definitely.
Not about solving, about how fast can you mess them up.
Go
really good.
Husking. Let's go cornhusking.
Right,
Me and my daddy. Go cornhusking.
I bumped you in. I talked you up. Give me some shizzle, and then I'll just like go through the WBC website because it's flipping stacked, bro.
All right.
It's stacked.
So the World Baseball Classic, huh?
Yeah.
March 8th through the March 21st. Right. Quite a while.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm thinking about the World Baseball Classic. All right. In Pool C, which is what the USA is in, there's Mexico, Colombia, Canada, and Great Britain. I honestly think Mexico's going to take this pool.
Yeah.
You think so?
Let me go to. I want to see if I can do you.
I can see USA and Mexico being the last two. I don't know, man. I'm really rooting for Canada too, man. Like that's cool. They got Freddie Freeman.
Groups.
But
what's that look like? I wonder on OBS.
Because I want to know who's on the Team Mexico because Team Mexico is definitely a favorite.
It's way too big. It's all over the place.
They have. Let's see.
We'll just do display capture while you're talking. WBC.
Oh yeah, dude. We have what's his face? I can never
going off. I mean, teams are yokeled, but you can see here, you got and normally Cuba's a threat, man, but they showed so bad at the Serie del Caribe that, like, I think the weakest group, and that's like going to probably be the one that wins it. Netherlands going to have a lot of Caribbean guys, and they did pretty good at Serie del Caribe.
Your screen grab of the bait thing is like all messed up.
Yeah, I know. I fixed it now. Now it should just be regular screen grab.
Okay.
You just watch it. Tell me if it fixes. But so Pool A, not as stout. Pool B is pretty stout because Australia has so much baseball going on in that country now that you got to deal with the Japan and Korea. Japan certainly being the favorite, the favorites there, and then Pool C rather. Mexico's good. Colombia showed well at Serie del Caribe. Canada, and then Great Britain made it in there. Czech Republic and Great Britain. These are these guys that did these qualifiers and get it in. Then you got Puerto Rico, Venezuela. The DR is essentially an all-star team. We'll look at their roster in a second. Israel and Nicaragua. But Israel's got some of these teams got a lot of dudes. Got a lot of dudes by birth, like their folks or whatever. So, who do you want me to look at first? The DR. Let's look at that roster. Sandy Alcantara. There's your pitching. These guys. Contreras, Johnny Cueto. Just stacked. I don't think that's Soto. These is all your pitchers right here. That's a ton of pitchers, and half these dudes aren't going to make it to the tournament maybe. But catchers, Gary Sanchez will give you some offense. I'm Francisco Mijas now. And then you got Robinson Kino is over the hill, but smoothest swing ever. Willie Adames, Nelson Cruz. There should be a delay. Live. I don't know. It's got the spinning thing going, and there we are.
Guess we're back?
I guess. I gotta turn off this one.
It's just that it says live 2600.
See what it looks like here. Apologies. That's how we do it.
So you got it back up, I guess?
Yeah, that's how we do it. Let's put on some more depression meditation music for me then. I think this is all. Get this. There we go.
I'll do the tweeter. I'll retweet it.
Welcome back to the weirdness. It's another. If you're out there and you're suffering emotionally, this is a show for you because that's where I'm at right now. Technical difficulties were almost guaranteed. My mindset. So that's that. I guess I got to get Audition open again. Make another file.
I'm gonna save this video on my phone right now, but there's a video of Jonathan Torrens, who plays J-Rock, on the forming of his characters.
Legend.
I want to watch that later. It'd be interesting, because it was weird. Like when you see Jonathan Torrens, the person, and J-Rock, you're like, "There's no way this same person."
Man's a genius. Okay. I don't know what's up with this. I'm just gonna go file and do multi-track.
Because he used to host a cool, like back I think the '90s, a cool like music show. They would have like bands on there and talk. It was badass. I've seen like clips on YouTube.
I'm just clicking this and going live on Audition. Like, and here's another, like, we couldn't put up the ATG audio onto Audition because even though it came through OBS, their Zoom audio did not make it to Audition. Didn't make it to Adobe Audition.
Okay, that makes sense.
So like that entire, like that would have been the weirdest thing if you were just like listening to it off of Spotify. There's just like massive.
Who the fuck are they talking to?
Yeah,
They're
just like
talking to ourselves. Like you couldn't hear them, so you just hear us be like, oh, that's cool.
So,
like, what's cool?
All right. For anybody that hung around, back to the WBC is what we're gonna try to do. I don't think anybody's watching, but
we have somebody watching.
Back to the WBC then, where let's pick up where we left off. So I was here, just looking at rosters. Frankly, is that the Roadrunners? Let's go. I like the power rankings. Oh, here it was.
ATG is watching, so someone's watching. I wish you could like see who was watching, so that'd be cool. So like you could shout them out by name. So like it says two watching, but it doesn't say who. So it'd be cool if you could see who it was. That way you could be like, hey, welcome so and so, you know?
Julio Baron's the first base coach. I think he played for the Rangers. So, yeah, there's your Dominican Republic. But let's go to some of these obscure ones. Like Israel, I think it's got some major leaguers by birth. Who is on the pitching staff that I've heard of? Stemitz, Wagman, these guys, Stubbs. I don't know. I want to say, Jock Peterson. Yep. That's right. Jock Peterson is Ellen Kinsler. So, he's a manager. Kinsler's the manager. Dude, he should be a player manager. He's not that far removed. Israel's looking good. I love that Jock's playing. I love Jock Peterson so fucking much. It's crazy. And then let's get a look at Team Mexico. Let's see. We got pitching staff. Catchers, Austin Barnes is on the Mexico team, and that must be by birth. I had no idea that Austin Barnes was on that. And then you got Rosarena, Duran. Rosarena, as you know, is a Tampa Bay guy, went flipping off that one postseason.
He's a beast, man. He's like
unconscious, dude.
He's like speaking of Tampa Bay, this is like a sidetrack. But
All right, enough of my depression meditation music. If you're struggling, use this music to help you get back on track. I'm using it. I'm using this in baseball to get back on track. Go ahead, sorry, bud.
I was like,
let's get the camera on you, and then just get off of my little thing. I'm just looking. This is the last thing I'll say about Randy Arozarena. He was so insane. Is that your camera? I think you're 3.
No, I switched to you because you're talking.
Oh, did you? Let's go here. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't have screen capture, but like the Arozarena was so good in that postseason. I started like looking at all his transaction history on how you like let him go, but I think it was with the Cardinals and he didn't do that good. I was like, man, dude, that guy blew up hard. My hair looks like I look like the lunatic I am, man. All right, sorry. Camera's on you. Talk Arozarena, Tampa Bay Devil Rays, bud.
Speaking of Tampa Bay, this is like a side thing, but I was thinking of like, do you remember Desmond Jennings? And like he was supposed to be like the next Carl Crawford for us, and he had good years until like he just didn't have him anymore. And I was like, I don't know. I just like talking.
I don't remember the name. I don't remember.
He was good for a while until like I can't remember exactly if it was injuries or if it was just the fact that he just lost the touch. But he was good for us when he was for good. And then I just like talking about anything Tampa Bay. You know, like when I was going through my cards the other day and I found a Wade Boggs baseball card, and the first thing I thought it was Tampa Bay, even though that was like later in his career. But I'm just like, yeah, that's a Rays guy. And Carl Crawford finally got into the Rays Hall of Fame. He should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. No, not really.
Crawford was good.
He should be in the MLB Hall of Fame. He didn't have like. He had great year. The thing that I liked about Crawford the most, man, he was like he could hit and he could also run. He was like fast, right? He could steal bases.
He could do everything. He got a huge contract with the Red Sox. Look, a bench coach for Mexico, Vinny Castilla.
Oh shit!
Of the Colorado Rockies. That's awesome.
Just unfortunate the injuries.
But yeah, check it out. Austin Barnes. I didn't know that must be by birth or like his parents for the Mexican team. But that's cool. So that's your Mexican team. And then the other teams of intrigue, we're not going to look at them all. I'd be interested to see which team do you want to pick. Japan is stacked. They've made a point. Yu Darvish, Yuki Matsui, Roki Sasaki is on the team. Absolutely.
I gotta root for Panama because they have Christian Betancourt. You know, he's a Ray.
Yeah. Is Vladimir Betancourt from them? They got Shohei. They're the only one with a two-way players category, by the way, in Japan. And then infielders, Munetaka Murakami, 55 homers last year or something.
Japan's got some studs. They got Yu Darvish, Roki Sasaki.
Their staff is pretty filthy. I really want to see Roki Sasaki go up against the major league.
There's a quote that says, "But as goes Otani, so goes Japan."
Yeah.
He could carry a team by himself.
Seiya Suzuki. These guys all have come over.
No problem.
Yeah, what's up with Lars Nootbaar, which is a hilarious name.
I love that name.
But he's on the Japan team. What? Oh, I got to look up. I know he plays for, he's with the Cardinals right now.
Oh, dude. Korea, dude. What's up, man? G-Man Choi, ex-Ray, unfortunately.
Was he the coach?
No, he's a player.
He's still going. Oh, yeah.
He got traded to the Pirates, unfortunately. Dude, I don't know what it is with the Pirates and the Rays. Like, we traded Archer to the Pirates, but at that point, Archer was kind of done.
G-Man Choi.
But
isn't he a first baseman?
Yeah.
I don't see him on Korea.
Wait, I'm sorry. He's not playing for Korea. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought he was. I just got hyped up.
I mean, he's Korean, but he's not playing for Korea.
I thought he was. I just got hyped up, and I was like, dude.
Lars Nootbaar? What?
To me, any ex-Rays player or former Rays player or current Rays player, I have your back. I don't care where you're playing for, what team.
Lars Nootbaar, right up there at the top of crazy baseball names, but I don't know if there's a wiki on this guy. Oh, yeah, look at him. He is Japanese. Okay, so he is born and raised in El Segundo. Went to USC, 8th round draft pick.
I didn't know Jock Peterson was Israeli.
So he's got the crazy Dutch name because his father's Dutch, English, and German.
He's got the best first
and a Japanese
touch.
Mother. Okay, well, there you go. There's Lars Nootbaar for you. Let's look at Lars Nootbaar's minor league. Let's look at his stats, honestly. I don't know a whole lot about Lars. Has he got the baseball reference up here? There we go. If you ever wondered about USC Trojan Lars Nootbaar, who's playing for the Cardinals, he's got 2 seasons at the age of 24, 14 dingalings, 108 games. He goes minors. 8th rounder. 8th rounder isn't guaranteed the show. I don't know how much money they got invested in you, but that's not like, oh, you're going. So he worked his way on merit, playing good. So Lars Newbar on Team Japan. Is it still? It's still on my little screen capture because I'm going through stuff. But I'll get off the screen capture. We'll go back and forth. We'll go back to the both of us on the show and talk a little bit more WBC. I'm hyped for the. Here's the reason why the WBC is sweet is because guys like Roki Sasaki are gonna face Vladdy Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of awesome.
It's kind of like a preview of what's to come because at some point he's gonna come. I believe he'll be here in MLB.
It's those kind of matchups. Yeah, Roki. Once ever the posting system, they're gonna hold on to it as long as they can.
Isn't it like 7 years
so
service time or something? 7-10 years? I think it's 7.
You can post early. And I don't know what sort of like money changes hands, but you can request to be posted early. But and here's another thing about as the more I get into the Japanese baseball culture, is like a lot of the like foreigners that go over there, like dudes from the Caribbean that end up there, they're like, man, like. Because it's just culturally different, but it's like, dude, they work so hard. Like, even, like, it's like an honor thing. So it's like, tomorrow's an off day. Like, the coach goes, tomorrow's an off day. Like, all the guys will still come in. Like, he's like, they work so hard. They work from sun up to sundown. He's like, honestly, like, I can't remember who it was. Like, I don't even know if they're enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they work so hard, and they don't get major league contracts. So when guys like Seiya Suzuki go to the Cubs, and they're like, yeah, dude, it's, so many hours of practice, but we, like, have lives, and I think they just, like, the Japanese guys get cut loose a little bit more when they come.
The Cubs kind of bullshitted that guy, too, because they were like, he was asking about the weather, like the wintertime.
And they lied about the weather?
And they were like, oh, yeah, dude, Chicago's not, it doesn't get that cold in the winter. It's not bad. Because he was thinking, like, it was going to be, like, snow and ice, like what it is in Chicago. And he was like, no, it's not that bad here. And he didn't know because, he's not from here. He's never experienced, like, the Midwest weather, snow.
There's no way, like, I've been to Chicago a few times. I love that town. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, because I only know, like, all the John Hughes movies, like Weird Science and Breakfast Club, and I think, like, Home Alone. There's, like, a lot of, like, movies that are kind of Chicago-style movies that I love. And then I've been there a few times, and, of course, like, the Blues Brothers. So I feel like, everybody knows there's, like, the Midwest vibe, New York City, and Chicago's got its own flavor. But that's like saying... people to me is like, oh, dude, if you went to Japan, you don't know about Nagoya, you don't know about that neighborhood, all the things that are like traditional or what they're known for. Like, say a Suzuki wouldn't know shit about Chicago.
Bring your ass to Nebraska, experience the winter. It's cold.
They'd go to Omaha.
You ain't got no goddamn corn. It's cold. You ain't got no heater. You're bundled up around the fire with a family of 6 trying to survive off of cans of green beans and stuff in the stove. Like, that's all you got. It's cold. So it's like, that's not what Nebraska's winter's like. It's like, well, maybe you had a different experience than I did.
Let's go to the schedule. I guess March 7th is the first game.
Tried hitting dingers in the cold, man, without gloves on.
And then it goes from there. But then it's got if you go to like Miami, some of the teams are playing Pool D games or Miami. And then Tokyo is going to be Japan, Korea, China, Australia. And I think the finals are all in Japan. So that's going to be sweet. So I'm psyched for it. It's going to be some really good baseball. Really good baseball this year. All right, man. Should we transition with some bumpers into what's going on in the college around the area? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, no. Maybe it's like ATG update. That's what we should do. Because I got ATG stuff up. Let me get here and go like this. Always wanna push Bonnie and Jake, dude. There we go. Here's what's ATG's up to. Because this was after...
And their roster creator team, too.
Yeah, we got to get on that. Like, I gave them my information, but, like, if those dudes are going to make, like, we could give them, like, Jose Gonzalez. We could give them Jose Gutierrez. We could give them so many dudes to make the most insane
here's the picks that
roster.
You got to have Dickie Thon. you got to have Dave Steeb.
Dickie Thon.
And you got to have one of my current favorite pitchers, Sixto Hernandez from the Marlins.
Sixto. They did this, which is awesome.
Like, Sixto's my dude, man. What's up?
this?
So if Sixto Hernandez is listening, I love you.
Sixto. He is listening. He's a listener.
You're one of my favorite pitchers. You're bound for greatness. Give it about 5 years, you'll be at the top. You'll be in. If you don't win a Cy Young, you'll be in it. You'll be in contention for something.
Oh, this is so sick.
I guarantee it.
Did with this, and like I don't know how like Jake and them can do because it looks like they'll like show a picture of Smokey Joe Williams, and then like if you look at the animation, I was like, that looks like this huge, tall, lanky righty. Built, and then they put a river on there. So
the thing about that is like how long it takes to mess with the face.
Yeah, like
I love Yard's character model with the stash. That's like the coolest.
And then wait, I gotta pause. I gotta go back. Check this out. So this is hilarious. If you look at the scoreboard, they got all like the ATG crew because like Bill Yard gets Are they gonna show? I gotta go back to the score. Where's the scoreboard? It was like back. So fast. Pause it right there.
Oh yeah, and the positions, yeah.
Yeah, you got all the
like
dudes.
It takes so much work on the face alone, and then you have to like do the colors on the jersey.
Where's the one where Bill Yard gets froze? He's a right-handed bat, and he gets froze at the plate. It's so great. See Yard.
Yeah.
But that's great work by those guys. I don't know how you do it. I gotta get into the game more, but
I have 22, man. So I can access.
Yeah, you got it. We gotta bring.
You can access.
We have that.
But see, the thing is, like, I have
TV over there.
I have the last gen model. I have Xbox One, so I can't do Stadium Creator. I can still like download the. I can still do like the what do you call it, players and stuff. But I can't create my own stadium.
Bonnie's edits at the beginning of the ATG play is so great. Jake's just cranking. So you pop that up to the right side, but then you get to the next one.
If you look at so go back to their YouTube page real quick to the main one.
Yeah.
I just now noticed this.
Okay. Back to the main one. Okay.
Now go to look at their banner. Look at what it says behind them.
I know, it's hilarious.
Probation.
State of Florida.
It says probation and what was it? I can't hold on.
Probation and parole.
Yeah, I just now noticed that. I was like,
yeah.
That's so fucking coolest. I mean, I don't know how it is in the state of Florida, but for everywhere else, the rep that Florida gets as a state is really shitty.
Real nice.
All I know is they're geniuses.
We got
and I don't know
box
if that picture was taken because they're in
20
Alabama. So if that's in Alabama, I want to go to that monument because it's funny. Probation
like Florida,
and parole.
Florida County. I don't know, but yeah, check out their 148
probation and parole.
Find them on Discord too. Their Discord's cool. I know.
I do like that sick Kansas City Monarchs hat. And I saw one day one of the videos they were wearing a Grays,
yeah,
which I think is what the old Pittsburgh team originally, the Grays.
Yeah,
but
there's their Discord. If I'm still doing,
and I have speaking of Pittsburgh, I have my Pittsburgh hat today that I have on the table.
Yeah,
it's fucking classic, dude. The yellow.
Clemente. I was gonna do like a rabbit trail on because Jess.
The picture was taken in Gainesville. That makes sense.
Jess Chisholm. I think he has a good arm. I could be mistaken on that, but I think he's got a pretty doggone good arm. And we'll just throw these guys up. Legends. But check that stuff out. Keep up with that, and then go back into the catalog, frankly, because it's too good. Guys with good arms come in all shapes and sizes. There's this dude for the Expos way back in the day, Ellis Valentine. Jesse Barfield.
Speaking of Expos, you know who had an arm? Vladimir Guerrero.
Yeah, Vladdy Guerrero.
The
senior always had a cannon.
I think he could. I swear he could throw from the outfield to home plate.
But then, like Ichiro, like he wasn't like built like I don't know, like some of these like lanky dudes who could like just whip that ball.
You know who had an arm, and you gotta have an arm to play third base.
Had a cannon. What's that?
I mean, to play third base, you gotta have an arm because you gotta sling that ball all the way to fucking diagonal.
Right field, third base.
To first base, but Eldian Beltre, remember him?
Beltre, yeah.
That dude was badass. That dude had an arm.
You know who's crazy? Who like everybody knows about, but you don't get too much into the video on was Brooks Robinson because he had like 16 Gold Gloves or something insane. Watch that guy's third base highlight reels. My gosh.
On our team, we should have, who should we have playing shortstop? Pee Wee Reese.
Pee Wee Reese.
What's up, Dodgers?
It's a great name.
But yeah, Pee-wee Reese is probably one of my favorite shortstops of all time.
All right, so here's what I'm thinking, bud. Let's get to some Larry Sellers. Let's get to some Larry Sellers, and then, because it's my holiday with Larry Sellers comes around, and then do some college baseball stuff. What do you think?
All right.
All right. Favorite scene in the movie, we go to display capture, and then I turn on the sound here on the audio desktop, and it should play one of the greatest scenes of all time. Here it is. If I get it.
Oh no, man, we didn't want to.
And I actually can't hear the audio, but it should be coming through into OBS.
We're hoping it won't be necessary to call the police. But that's up to
And
little
you're
Larry.
going to be seeing it on delay. All you're going to hear is my laughing.
When the scene is it the scene that I think it is?
Yeah, let me give it a like. It's the homework scene. Is this your homework, Larry?
Larry?
And I actually can't hear the audio, but it should be coming through.
Is this your homework, Larry?
Like, man,
Dude,
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh yeah, the audio's coming through.
Okay.
Is this your homework, Larry?
Is this your homework,
is it
Larry?
in your car out front?
Is this your homework, Larry?
We know it's his fucking homework. Where's the fucking money, you little brat?
Look, Larry,
It's the homework scene.
have you ever heard of Vietnam? You're entering a world of pain, son. We know that this is your homework. We know that you stole a car.
And the fucking money.
And the fucking money. And we know that this is your
We're
homework.
gonna cut your dick off, Larry.
You're killing your father, Larry.
Find me the.
He's like, I know it's his fucking homework.
He's like, this is pointless. You might want to take a look out that window, Larry.
You might want to watch out that front window, Larry. Son, this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
Larry. I love how often they use Larry. Larry.
Okay.
He's like, I know it's his fucking homework.
He's like, this is
What are you
pointless.
doing, man?
You might want to take a look out that window, Larry.
What are you doing?
Here you go, Larry. You see what happens? You see what happens, Larry?
That's like the greatest line in the movie because like, at the end with the car, when the car blows up, this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
I don't know if we're getting echo because, like, you're the kids.
See what happens, Larry?
Does yours have to be on mute or no? Does it sound right?
I was listening to it. It sounded good.
See what happens, Larry?
I feel like I'm a little loud, but I'm not like over loud. Like I'm not like
I don't know.
peaking or
Maybe
anything.
my mic's not getting it.
I don't know, but I could hear it through the stream.
There's Donnie. Donnie is in the car.
What happens, Larry?
Oh my gosh.
Stop it! I just bought that fucking car!
The dude's just like, what the fuck?
I just bought that fucking car last week! Come on, man. I'll kill you!
Dude, I feel like this character was named Walter. Look at Stephen Chimmy. He's like, what the hell are you doing? He's like smashing the fucking car. Dude, that fucking guy looks like Tugboat, the wrestler. Is that him? The old Tugboat wrestler guy? Earthquake? I think that's who that is, dude.
I don't know, man. That's
It has to be.
greatest
It
of
has to
all
be.
time.
The beard with the balding long hair, that's Tugboat straight up, dude. There's no way that's not
So
him.
good.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
That just cheers me up when I'm down.
Because it
Let's
was,
go back. Let's go
what
back
was
to
it? They
life.
teamed up with that guy from the tag team back in the day.
Display capture. God.
If that's
Did you
not
see
him,
what
I'll be
happens,
shocked.
Larry? You might want to take a look out that window. 'Cause this is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
I got really excited when I thought that was like when I was an old wrestler, dude, because old wrestling was like awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that looks like Tugboat or
Tugboat.
Earthquake, or he had like two different names.
I
And then he
can't-
was like this other guy, like this guy from South Africa. He wore like this blue like long sleeve thing with his hat. It was a shitty fucking character, but Tugboat and Earthquake, whatever he was badass.
The this is why we got to get it so you like your laptop can put like pictures on mine because you can like Google. All right, college baseball, buddy. Let's have you get in. Let me bump you in with some desperation, depression, right here.
Is that a car that was on the song? Was that outside the window?
It's probably outside the window.
On the high? Oh, yeah, because we are right next to the highway. So I was like, wait, that's some weird effect, dude. If it's some fucking music
If
with
you're
a car.
depressed, you're at the end of your rope, and you need to calm down, ladies and gentlemen, just listen to Dutch Chattahoochee and myself talk college baseball. It will make you feel better. It will improve your day. everything's gonna be all right. That's
Dude, this sounds like and where I go get my hair cut, and when I dye my hair and stuff, there's a room where they wash your hair out with shampoo, and this is exact music in that playing in that room.
They got it from DeWolf.
And the room is kind of dark, and it's like this meditation room, but it's like where they wash your hair out.
That's what I'm going for.
Because before this, do you notice when I cut my hair this time, I just kept it my natural color. Before that, it was purple, then it was pink, then it was like bleached, and I decided to keep it natural this time. But it's not the point.
Teddy went over. We got neighbors across the street. They're really cool. They have a 6-year-old too, so Liam wanted to go play with Sam, and they were over there. And then we brought Teddy over, and they have an 8-year-old girl, and she's like, "Hey, can I color Teddy's hair?" And so she put a bunch of. I looked like a marking pen, but it was like a green marking pen. She just started like coloring Ted's head.
Oh, it was like is that the dye you can wash out?
I guess it washed. They claim it washes out. Ted has green hair in the front now, so that's cool. All right, folks. College baseball, no jokes, kicked off. All the D3s, D2s, D1, everything's going. It's hard to keep track of them all. I'm really liking my alma mater, LCU's. I should check on Lassett baseball, honestly, but we did some Jaguars song last ATG show. That was hilarious.
Let's go,
it's a great
Jaguars.
song, but just locally speaking, for some reason, been struck by lightning, and I'm sincerely believe, and I really want to get it on tape, right? Because then when they do go to the College World Series, everybody's like, yeah, Turnstile called that shit. So I think they're doing it. I like everything about the Roadrunners, but I know you want to talk about Texas State because they did go absolutely off on Northwestern. And so what we're going to do is start looking at what exactly flipping happened here in these scores, dude. Let me go to the screen share so people can see what you talk about. Display capture. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Northwestern came all the way down from the Windy City and went down 12-4 on opening day. We'll fade out of this jazz. 12-4, they get smoked. Then they come back. Maybe it's just a bad start. 20-5. That's not enough for you, Bobcats. Then they hang 24 on them. That's an explosion of offense. And then look at like the box scores on these things. This was the 24 run game. They scored in every inning. It's crazy. But Jose Gonzalez, look at that. Batting 700. Of course, it's only 3 games, but still 7 for 10, dude, with 2 homers. If you're there and you're like, how do you pitch that guy? Here's my question for Major League Scouts. How didn't you not draft that guy last year? Like, I don't. And Jose is, there's that. I don't know. I want to look at his, like, Texas State bio. They got rosters. Let's look at roster. I think he's a senior. But he should have been picked up way before this. This guy is where is Jose? He is definitely, I thought he was number 23. I was wrong. He's in here. There he is, 23, yeah. Been doing it many, many years. 6'1", 214, dude. Guy can hit. Navarro, he's a JUCO guy, too. Should have picked him up out of there. All-conference second team. Went off in the regionals. Jose Gonzalez, that's what I'm saying. How you feeling about it? You're a Texas State homer. You'd love it there.
I think it's fucking awesome. Like, they're pretty much starting off where they left off last year.
Yeah.
They're a stud of a team.
Honestly, they should have came out of the regionals if it wasn't for that miraculous last game against Stanford. Eddie Park was like 19 for 19 or some shit for Stanford. But that was a cool series. The other thing Texas State people were beefing about was because they're like, dude, we should have hosted the regional, not Stanford. Because like Stanford didn't even have the stands full, and then like somebody put like an APB at the student union, and all the students came out, but it was kind of like forced the issue. Like they weren't selling out the way Texas State would have. So, yeah, baseball at Northwestern, man, it's going crazy, dude. They went off. They completely. The other guy I wanted to show was the guy who went off in the first game. This game right here, Ryan Leary. Where's Ryan Leary? First game. Jose Gonzalez. Ryan Leary 1 for 2. He had a homer or something? That's not even the first game. That's 0-2. I don't know. Here's the second game. Anyway, this is Ryan Leary. Check out this dude. Look at the flow on this guy. He's just growing that out. I don't know if that's his present haircut, but he went to Liberty Hill, Texas. Not to be confused with Liberty High School, where Tim Lincecum went in Renton, Washington. Sophomore, dude. Having a good season. Getting contributions. All right, folks, let's go over to UTSA Roadrunners. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, no. Back up, WBC. I do want to do one fun thing backtracking. Side note backtrack, but the WBC has, if you go to the thing, it has world rankings, dude. World. All the way top to bottom. It goes all the way down to the 81st team in the nation is Estonia. Estonia. And I don't know. Here's another question I have for you. I guess there's like a point system on how they rank your power. So Estonia only has 2 points, which I don't know why there's a red 7 arrow down if you're already at the bottom. But anyway, you got like Turkey. What's this here? SOL is... What's that stand for? Somalia? I'm not sure what SOL is. Bolivia probably. Nepal. But, you know, I like Pakistan, dude. Pakistan and me follow each other. They're 43rd. They got some good college players from like around the Chicago area. Pakistan does. I like what they're doing. Slovakia, 34. Czech Republic made it in. Where's Croatia? 31st in the nation. They didn't make it. Russia? I guess Russia's getting held out because of the war. I don't know. Republic of South Africa. These are all power rankings. A lot of these teams in the power rankings didn't make it. But that's kind of interesting to look at. Most of the top teams did, I guess. So, how many teams are all in it? You got 5 times 4. 20 teams, right? So the top 20 are in? Or no? I guess the top 20... No, because Spain isn't in. They didn't make it. I don't know. Fun to play with. Top climbers? Bahamas? That's fun stuff, bud. Check out the WC. All right, let's go to UTSA Roadrunning. Roadrunners, presently 3-1. They slaughter ruled Houston. And here's the lineup. We're looking at it. I mean, they rotate. Pat Hallmark will get a lot of dudes in. But Big Nasty Sardashy, Poston's always on bait. Matt King showed himself to be an incredible athlete last year. You got Taylor Smith, but like Henry Clark's a new name to me. Antonio Valdez. Ty Odom is a freshman right fielder who goes 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. That's big. Leighton Berry, great hitter. Slammin' Sammy, always on base. Josh Killeen, Isaiah Walker played Texas Collegiate League last year. So you got some dudes. Caleb Hill, Ryan Ward was out the golf thing. There's the Kingfisher. I like the pitching. I like the hitting. And here's what I'm saying, man. They're going to the College World Series. What do you think about that? And they're going to win it.
No.
You got the Bobcats, or are you the Nebraska?
In reality, Texas State, I feel, is going to make it to the College World Series.
They're knocking on the door last year.
Because they fell short last year, unfortunately, at Stanford. They're going to learn from that mistake.
Yeah.
And they're going to understand this time around what it takes to win. Even though it was a good series, so it's not like they lost in a bad way. They just lost to a better team.
Here's what I'm saying. Let me give my motivational.
They're I see it. I see them going.
You see them going all the way.
All the way to the final, going to Omaha.
When people go back to February 23rd after 4 games into the UTSA season and they want to know what TXST Tony Turnstile is saying, why UTSA, you have collected and you are a magical band of misfits. You know? People, these other teams you're playing with these big fancy school names across their chest, you think they're special. They're not, man. You're playing at the Bird Bath. You got a great coach in Hallmark. You got, like, the whole coaching staff is up there is great, and you have the horses. You got to believe. I'm looking at you. You got the bats. You got the arms. And believe me, you're playing these other teams. They believe in themselves, too. The guys across the way, but you got to believe that this is it, man. You got the crew to do it. They're going all the way. It's just like they said in Miracle on Ice. Not today. You're not getting us today. They're going to go to the regionals. They're not going to get Blue Falcon by the mother mucking NCAA selection committee because they're going to dominate so hard. They got the crew. And then when you get UTSA into the regionals, it's going to surprise everybody. And that magical band of misfits, they're going to do it. They're going to surprise. They're going to shock the world, and I called it. That's what I'm saying. Believe it.
All right, so here's what I'm going to say.
All right, let's get back to you. I probably needed tunes for that. I don't really know. All I got locked in here. Do you need some music for this? Oh, no, that was the Dutch intro. I fucking used the wrong one. All right, it's perfect for you. Dutch is about to give us some knowledge.
Am I? Because I hope so. Here's what I'm thinking. UTSA is a playoff team. Don't get me wrong, right? They're gonna make it. However, in terms of UTSA, Texas State talk here, Texas State is a far better team.
They're solid.
All around. And again, I'm not hating on UTSA at all. They're a great team.
Yeah.
But Texas State has the way better team. And I want to say this too. I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking on UTSA for anything I say. All right, I'm not. But Texas State not only has a far better rounded baseball team, but they have better schooling. What do you call that? Academics.
Do they?
Absolutely.
Oh man, some dean is gonna have your ass.
As far as like research goes, Texas State is like better. Texas State is a great school, so it's hard not to root for them because I feel like they're a school that like athletics is secondary. Yeah. So when they have success at athletics, it's like awesome. But people go there because they know they're gonna learn some shit.
Here's one.
And how do I know this? My wife graduated from there, and she's like super smart. So clearly, she gained some knowledge.
Massive sample size, but I mean, I'm with you. It's a good school, good ball club.
But again, I'm not knocking UTSA at all. I'm just saying.
No,
I just have a favoritism towards Texas State.
I think they go to the College World Series bound themselves. Doesn't mean they both can't go. And the other thing I would say, they had a good situation. I guess drainage was an issue, but they went to all turf. But
I think this year that the selection committee will look at UTSA and not judge them as harsh for their conference. I think as they did last year.
Not unless they want to have their asses beat down by me in the parking lot.
I think this year they might be like, okay, you can't help it that the conference you're playing. You should have been there last year, so this year we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
So I mean, Texas State's 3-0 right now. Our next game is against Oral Roberts, and Oral Roberts is 4-1. So it's a weekend series. So it's gonna be a good series because Oral Roberts is also balling.
No relationship to Trey Roberts.
Could be, maybe.
I don't know.
Nah, probably not.
Oral.
But
if you wanted to check out the pre-weird show, we went down some rabbit holes with Oral Roberts and Elvis. I don't really know what we were doing in the pre-show, but we were just kind of like getting up our web pages. Let me make sure I'm doing everything.
It was
Texas State, and then we got. I was looking at UIW stuff. They're starting at 1-3, but Jimmy DeLeon, Ray Martinez, some good dudes over there. The other interesting thing I have about University Incarnate Word is Joe Jimenez, who was like a graduate transfer from Texas Lutheran. Phenomenal season last year. I think he was All-American. He had like 15 dongs, but he did like the graduate transfer to UIW is not playing, so that's like I think that dude needs to get in some games. I'm not sure how that's working.
I have one more thing to say about Texas State since I haven't got to say it. But this weekend they scored 56 runs, which was like the most during opening weekend.
Yeah.
So they averaged 18.7 runs a game, which was 10 better than 10 FBS teams averaged all last year. So I just thought I would throw that in real quick so I could get it in.
We'll see how the rest of it. I'm definitely following the season a lot closer than I did last year because we were getting started up. And I really want to keep track of how, of course, all the rosters change. I don't even think you know who's going to go to your TCL team until the end of the season, but it's kind of like more of like a verbal commitment between like a coach and Mike G that says we're going to send 4 guys from Rice or whatever it is, and then you get those guys.
I wonder who they choose.
We are getting Roadrunners this year. Mike and Hallmark have talked about getting 4 guys spots out of Seguin, so that's nice.
So does the coach pick who goes?
We had Kingfisher and a couple other guys last year. So, yeah.
So the players choose, so they choose themselves, or the coaches just pick, like, you need to go?
When I was playing ball, it was kind of like your coach is like, you want to go, like, pretty much you're going here. Like, well, I got you spot out here with this team, and then they just, like, they hook you up, and then you just go. I mean, they'll take your input. You're like, I can't go there. My mom's sick or whatever, and then they'll get you somewhere else. But if they're like, hey, you want to go to, Shreveport with Bobby, and then you'll be like, yeah, that'll be fun. And then you just like go out there with your buddy. So that's kind of how it works. But skiing works for those guys, right?
Plus, it's not too far of a drive.
You can drive it. But that's the college baseball front. UIW is off. The other dude I would highlight is Trinity's got some good baseball, and you got Nicholas Lazara, their catcher, with 2 dinglings. And I think these are updated. I look at their schedule, 2/18. They have some more games coming up. But, he's only a sophomore. Big dude. 215? Are you really 215? That's so heavy. I was like, because, that's just all muscle, but, like, I'm like 175. I'm lucky.
I weigh like 220 or something.
All these guys that are like 215 and they're just like fit. I was like, that's just tons of muscle. Like I could lift all the weights I wanted, take all the creatine I wanted. Maybe I get to 185. Some of these dudes are just hosses. But
you've been that weight your whole life, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm stuck at 175. So I guess it's a curse and a blessing. But there's Trinity baseball. They're off to a 500 start right now. And who's coming up for them on schedule? I can't find it. Babson. They got Babson College this weekend, so nothing about Babson other than I like saying the word. And, let's see. Let's go back to and I have no idea how long we've been podcasting for because we like went down for 15 minutes of just asinine tech stuff. So anyway, we're doing great. Maybe that's Trey. We got Bonnie and Trey. We got 3. That's awesome for us. So I had that ATG, check in with those guys. Homemade baseball cards. WBC's getting going. That'll be fun. Oh, here's one I'm going to do. I'm getting, like, you'd be surprised if you have, like, do you have DirecTV? What do you got for television?
We just have, like, a Roku box because we don't really watch a lot of TV. We watch, like, Hulu and Netflix and stuff, but we don't watch, like, TV.
We don't really watch it either because Elzo's, like, got some Netflix thing on, but if you want to get Mexican League games on Spectrum, I have to pay, like, an extra, like, $9 a month, which is kind of, like, nothing. And you can... Then you get, I think mainly it's because people want to watch like all these like Telemundo soap operas or whatever, but you can also get most of the LMB. You get all the Liga Mexicana.
Oh, like the full season?
Yeah, I think you get most of the games will be
Huh.
Oh, that's
is it like a package where you can choose who you watch, or is it just who's ever on?
I think it's kind of, because there's not like blackouts, I think there's like a lot of choices. You might be able to see them both. I definitely saw some stuff from Monterey on there. And that's the other thing I wanted to show that I forgot to bring up. So, right now, and I think this is the coolest shit ever, is that a lot of these Japanese, like Major League Baseball needs to do this. And maybe they are, and I just don't know it because I hate Major League Baseball for their rule changes. But a lot of the NPB teams, they're all in Okinawa right now doing spring training, which is super cool. But they... let's go to display capture, do that little deal, and come back here. I can go to, there's the ATG boys, legends. This right here. Just going through some stuff. But and they gave us a nice shout out too, man. These guys are so dope. But you can just watch like some dude take batting practice in Japan. That's ATG again. Let's go to the Larry Sellers, and then I got to go to Chunichi Dragons.
ATG should have like at least like 100,000 subscribers already.
No, it was like what was it? It was like
subscribe to their channel right now.
It was like
we'll break your fucking legs if you don't.
Go Aora TV. I don't know. It was like a weird Japanese. I'm spelling that wrong. Maybe it's Aora TV. Baseball. I don't know. You got to put like Yakyu or whatever. Like I got to find the channel. I'm gonna have to go back to Twitter to find it. I'm not finding it. I tweeted it out. It was like, I guess go to my profile, tweets and replies. See what, when you fuck a stranger in the ass, right there. But somewhere down here, I'm going to find the link. These guys, ATG Legends. I sent out the links for the Japanese. Here it is. Chunichi Dragons. Let's go here. Like, so you could just like, yeah, they're just taking, got 2 batting cages up. Dudes are like practicing the Baltimore chop. I don't know if that's pitchers taking BP. And then they're out of just like some field, like running wind sprints. Yeah, that's sweet. I don't know why I think that's sweet, but I guess you can go to YouTube and watch that. But I was just like watching, and another thing is because they have like, you know, you're like, oh, they beat these guys down, dude. They don't ever get a break. I was like, I kind of want to see how brutal it is, just wearing these guys out. They're just like, all people are just hanging out. But they just like go back and forth, and it's like this reality TV. This guy's getting hitting instruction here. Right? Some coach talking to him about hitting. I think it's so cool. So I'm sure there's more than this. This is the Chunichi channel, but there's this other one called like Go Aura TV that has some pretty cool stuff. There's the Scanburger. Here it is, the Gaora Sports. So this is actually a really cool channel too. If I don't know, like how to get that. If you can expand that. This is just like highlights maybe. But there's a lot of Japanese baseball games going on Dutch. And they were playing Cuba. I don't know. Like I don't know if that's the same Cuban team that was like in the Series del Caribe that went over to play. And they're playing the Nippon Ham Fighters in this particular highlight. And I think that's probably good for the Japanese teams, right? Because they can scout the dudes from all these other like Cuban teams that come over. But anyway, I digress. That's one thing that's going on right now that's pretty cool. If you love baseball, I just leave it on. I put the laptop up and leave it on in the kitchen. When I'm like washing dishes, I just have like Japanese baseball dudes taking ground balls. Do you think that's peaceful?
Definitely works. I since I don't have TV, like regular TV or cable, a lot of times I'll listen to the baseball games on the actual radio. Like I'll put my headphones on or something. I don't know. I just like listening to baseball games on the radio. I think it's an art form that not a lot of people do anymore.
Yeah, they used to have. Do they do it where they had the?
They usually have coverage on like ESPN, or you can like. I have like an iHeartRadio app, and I can look for local stations. So sometimes I can listen to the Rays radio broadcast.
It's like, is there a separate broadcast team for radio versus TV? Because you got to call it different. You got to describe. It used to be like that.
I think so.
I don't know if all teams pay for that, but I used to do that.
I know ESPN has different announcers for like each media. Like they'll have, TV, and then they'll have radio. Because I guess you have to. I mean, I guess you could. Well, then no, because then you have to have like breaks in the radio. You have to, okay, we got to take a break. If you said that on TV, it'd be kind of weird. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
This radio broadcast is brought to you by, What
I think you would do a radio broadcast, right? Because you just sell more advertising.
Yeah.
Assuming the advertising that you're selling is covering the cost of the broadcast, just as profit past that point. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's just really interesting. It's really cool to listen to because you have to really talk about the game and like what's the phrase? Paint the picture, because you can't see it, so you have to be good at describing the game and what's going on. That's why really cool. Like in when you listen to on the radio, they're like, this team is wearing their all whites today or wearing their blues. It's just it's cool. It's classy.
Yeah, no, I like it. The classic announcers like Vin Scully are just so much fun. And the Spanish speaking broadcasts are always fun.
Tom Grieve was good for the Rangers.
He was the greatest.
He was a great announcer.
I love Tom Grieve. But the Spanish-speaking broadcast, just like you ever listen to like a announcer for like a soccer, aka football game, in the like the Mexican guys that are calling.
They get intense. People post clips on YouTube all the time because how funny it is.
It's way more fun.
They get aggressive.
And I have found from watching the Litem, the Winter Leagues in the Dominican stream from the Tigres del Lice or whatever, those announcers are awesome. I don't really know exactly what they're saying, but they really get into it. It's a way fun call to listen to. Maybe I can pull that up. But, like, I would think you would do better with that. But there was a news article talking about, I think the Spanish-speaking broadcaster for the Los Angeles Angels quit. And he was, like, kind of a famous, long-tenured guy, been there for many, many years. And, like, the Dodgers, they pay those dudes, I think, the same. They get up in the booth, and they're, like, treated right. They travel with the team. And then the Angels, I think there's a lot of red flags with what's going on with the Angels organization on why they might be very screwed up. You got Trout and Ohtani, and you suck.
Well, they've already ruined Trout's career. Like, he's, 10 years already in the league or something?
And
Ohtani, Ohtani needs to get out somehow.
That's crazy. And then
they're, like, they got good players, but as a franchise, they're a shithole. They don't know how to, the owners or general managers don't know how to manage that team. They piss me off because Ohtani and Trout are so fucking good.
Yeah.
You know? But
let me see if I can find some
Tigres
del Lice channel. They have their own channel. I just can't find it.
It's the Ohtani show.
They always make this stuff hard to find, and like for some reason, see, like MLB is stealing their content, but they have their own channel. I just have to find
MLB Network.
Here they are. So you get some good calls. Let's go to videos. Let's see if their highlights will have it. I got to turn on the OBS right here, sound, and then I guess you can tell me if you can hear it when I do the display capture on the Tigres del Lice. They got some sweet stuff on their channel. Talking over it, but like if you actually watch, they should have like full games. They have like full game replays on.
The car in the background.
Yeah.
That should be That should be like a podcast where sounds of the highway.
I thought they have full games. There's like.
I would listen to a podcast like
that. yeah. If they got post game, that's what we need to do with the Rumor House. So they don't have. Yeah. See, here's like a. Oh, it's just like a rain out. I don't know. They like stream live, and then. I guess you're just putting it, and then they just take them down.
The Lice is slicey.
It's cool.
The dicey. Little dicey. Lice is dicey.
I don't know. But check that out. They got great announcers. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I will find you the one thing. Yeah. No, I got to go to Google for that. What's this one? There's a Justice League. We're doing that in the pregame show.
You have a lot of tabs open, dude.
Well, that's what I was researching because I wanted to talk about all the college teams, but I always have the tabs open. That's what probably crashed the computer, but
probably, yeah.
Angels.
On your laptop, when you open a new, like, say you go to like search something and you click on that search button, does it bring up an additional tab instead of just taking you to the site?
Yeah. Wait, what?
So, like, when you're searching something up on the internet and you click on the link, does it open that link in a new window? Because on mine, when I go to, like, the search for something and I click on the link for the website I want to go to, it opens that link in a new window and it keeps the original search button open. So it adds, like, an extra tab for no reason.
No, I think I have to click new tab.
Yeah, mine does it automatically. So, let's say I go to Bing and I type in, I don't know, Cool Ranch Doritos. And I click on the link for them, it'll open that link in a new tab automatically.
Yeah, I don't think mine does.
So I was like, maybe that's what yours does, but you just have a lot of stuff up.
Sometimes it depends on the web page. Like you click it, it'll go a new tab. Sometimes you click it, it just doesn't. So it's not always the same.
I'm sure I have a setting turned on that I don't know how to turn off.
But so this is like Angels, this is just yet another symptom of you might have a very dysfunctional organization. You're in Los Angeles, dude. How big is that Latino community? How much is that Mexican community? And your Spanish-speaking podcast you're treating like redheaded stepchildren. Legendary Spanish who just retired after 64 years with the team. And I forget the full story, but the Athletic did a piece on it. This is the guy, Jose Tolentino. Been doing it forever, but it's just like they don't care. So I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing, Angels, but you're messing up some amazing baseball players' careers with mediocre teams. And I get the AL West is stout, but I don't know. It's broadcast talk. I got nothing else, buddy. That's the end of the show. I'm just like, I'm spent. I'm in the dumps, and I don't know what to fix it other than talk baseball. That's it. Just radio silence is what I got now.
You have a lot on your plate. Next week I'll talk about the show. I'll talk about that next week.
What show, bud?
MLB The Show.
Oh yeah, well
I'll talk about it next week, man.
Get the PlayStation up. No.
It's okay.
No, dude.
We'll save it.
Whoa. We're not even done, dude.
We'll save it.
Not just because I didn't mention it. We got to talk about it, bro.
We'll save it.
No, dude. I don't want to save it. I just want to go. I didn't have anything else. I wasn't saying you had anything else. I don't have anything else. That's what I'm saying. I'm spent on the bullshit I can get. But let's talk about MLB The Show and then go back to ATG stuff. I want you to talk about that. Let's go here and get on cam 2. Bam. Oh, that's cam 3. Let's see what we got there. There's Dutch. Because we're talking Jazz Chisholm and MLB The Show. We teased it. We got to deliver, man.
Okay. We'll talk about the show. So here's the coolest fucking thing about this year's game. Is they have
the 22 or the 23?
23. The one that comes out in I think like March 28th, I think.
Yeah.
But if you pre-ordered it, you can get like 4 days early access. So that means on the 24th I can technically play it.
Oh, so you have it now.
I know.
I
pre-ordered it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like so you have like 4 days early release if you pre-order it, right? So I don't know if the game will come on the 24th or the 28th.
So they actually don't give you the game. So it's kind of like matching with like MLB spring training. They don't want to give it to you too early.
I'm not sure exactly because I remember I pre-ordered it every year that was available for Xbox, which was 21 and 22.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if it came on the 4-day early access date or if it came on the day of release. I can't remember.
That's interesting. I didn't know that about the game.
But I think I did get it 4 days prior.
Okay.
So there's 2 editions. There's like the standard edition with Jazz Chisholm on the front.
Okay.
And then there's a captain edition with Derek Jeter, which I got that because
okay.
Because
what's the difference?
So the captain edition, well, the standard edition is just the standard edition, just the base game, and you get some like extra player points, whatever, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if you do the other one, the captain edition, you get what I got. It comes with a still book of the game, like a still case, a still book. It comes with a hat. It will be the show hat, and it comes in this cool little box.
Oh.
And then you get a lot of extra rewards. Like you get tokens for the game. I forgot what they're called, but you can use them for in-game. You get a lot of stuff for your player starting off. So that's why I got that, because I get stuff for my player. I get a lot of extra stuff. I get the hat, and I get the still book, and it comes in a cool little box.
Are you gonna wear the hat into the show?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have the one from 21. It was a black hat. It was pretty cool. But and then they have like the new storylines, the Negro League storylines.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fucking sick.
Well, that's why I feel like ATG and like who makes the game? Is it EA Sports? Like who makes it?
It's PlayStation Studios.
Oh, so PlayStation's making it. So PlayStation, like, which I think is owned by Mr. Nakatomi, is probably going to just hire ATG and Bill Yard and that entire crew for bazillions of dollars, and then they'll be on the private jet and we'll be off. You know what I'm saying? Like Mr. Nakatomi was like, these guys, I don't know, I'll be like, hey, you guys still have room on the private jet for me? And then Mr. Nakatomi would be like, it's a different world now. I was like, I can get you like some coach stuff on Southwest, but these dudes need to be coming to DNA Baystars games in the press box, you know.
It'll be
owner's
sweet.
Box.
They added like this year. They added 2 new quirks to players, like break outlier and pickoff artist. So like a pickoff artist, you'll be more successful, like picking off the guy on first base or whatever base he's on.
That's cool.
So you have So that's like, I guess that's a feature. If that's like your, you can unlock like traits
Just everybody plays with Andy Pettit. That's kind of sweet move.
Because I usually play, when I do the season mode or the franchise, I take like the shittiest baseball team and turn them into a powerhouse. Like last year, I ran with Pittsburgh.
Nice.
And because they're not terrible, but they're not great. And I know this year
McCutcheon's back.
Yeah, I think in this year Oakland, I'm thinking I want to pick up and make them a badass team.
Give them some love before they move out of that stadium.
I hope they do, because no one gives a fuck about them. But people say it's the owners, but I'm like, that many people not going, they just can't be just because the owners. I think you motherfuckers just don't give a shit about baseball in Oakland.
You got to compete with San Fran.
They can move here.
Old Stadium. The Last Dive Bar is a good book. I think they also have a pretty kick-ass podcast talk about Oakland. But it's going to be sad when they move. A lot of good baseballs happened in Oakland.
Legendary.
But yeah, apparently the stadium is a shithole. I've never been there, but
there was
by all accounts.
There was people posting clips on YouTube. There was like literally like 100 people there at the games. And
that kind of makes me want to go. Like, why would you want to go?
Like, when I say literally, I mean it. There's like nobody there. Like 100 people maybe?
Well, everybody's kind of beat them down, and they haven't been as good because the AL West is tough. But
and it came close to like making a run, but it never works out.
Yeah.
I mean, the greatest ace of all time, Matt Stairs.
Yeah, he's played everywhere, but definitely there. We talked a little bit expansion. I know they're doing that. So, like, if you move Oakland to Las Vegas, right? Did we talk about that on one of the shows? The cities they're talking about moving? Like Nashville or whatever?
I know Vegas is one, obviously, because, they have the Raiders now. They have the Golden Knights. And I know they have it's only a matter of time before an NBA team goes there. I know they have the women's team, but...
Yeah. I don't know. I think expansion's probably going to happen. It's kind of inevitable, but...
They should move to San Antonio.
I'm saying LMB should expand, and so should the NPB. I just don't understand how NPB teams lose money. They do.
So, as they say in Trevor Boys, the way of the road.
It's the way of the road. Piss jugs.
Yeah.
Piss jugs.
Never even touch a man in a chair.
I can't remember the episode where Ricky's like collecting all the piss jugs off the freeway, and he's like, "I figured it out to a science." He says, "It's a perfect trailer park, boy." Like, because Canadians talk a little different. He's like, I figured it out. All the truck drivers, they fill up on coffee at the truck station in Montauk, and by the time they're over here, they're ready to rock a piss. Or whatever they say is like they're ready to rock a piss, but they ain't gonna stop, so they just fill up a jug and they chuck it out right here, and then they show the side of the freeway. It's like hundreds of piss jugs, which must have been a fucking chore for those props.
There was that part where Ricky's his dad's house caught fire. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And they're eating some bread, and Bubbles was like, "Ricky, do you have any water or something? This is dry." And I don't know why I thought it was so funny, but it was just like that show is so funny, and I've seen the series. I've watched it through like so many times, and I still crack apart every time. Hey, can you read the Bible? It depends. Can you fuck off? Like every line and every scene in that show is like gold.
So good.
Julian's. Ever since the camera started following Julian around, he's sleeping in the car.
I'm trying to find the piss jugs. There's like a definitive piss jugs. The supercut.
Like what does Bubbles calls Cheetos? He calls them Cheesies. Yeah, he's like, I got a bag of Cheesies. I'm gonna start calling them Cheesies.
All right, let's go to the definitive piss jug supercut. I gotta turn on sound here.
Well, like when I go to hang out with people, which I'm like, hey man, you want to go out for a rip?
Where's the definitive piss jugs? Definitive piss jugs super top.
What do you know what I'm saying, please?
Oh no, it's too good.
Like 1-2 times? 20-30 times? What do you know what I'm saying, please? Know what I'm saying? J-Rock is probably my favorite. There's the episode where that guy, he's stealing those songs from the rappers, and he's calling them J-Rock and Friends, where he's just stealing songs. And the rapper comes up, and J-Rock's like, "Yo, yeah, we brothers, we're the same." He goes, "We're not the same." And he goes in his room, he's like, "Mom, I'm white."
Cap it off.
Once
it's full, they just drill the fucking thing out in the highway.
Dude, I could talk Trailer Park Boys all day, but there's also speaking of J-Rock, the episode they catch him beating off.
Your rig cab doesn't move.
Yeah, and he's like, man, I had to get in the mood. Do you like when people write songs that get in the mood? I was in the mood, man, writing a love song.
Yeah, it was all good.
Was it Corey Trevor's just in the window looking, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Trailer Park Boys. Where's the piss jugs at the freeway? I can't find it. Oh my God! Raining. It's raining piss jugs. Oh,
because wasn't Ricky's dad a truck driver at one point in the show? Like that was like his career.
Yeah, no, that was it. They got all the piss jugs. I don't know where.
If it happened to me, it can happen to you.
It's so good. They had some great stuff. I don't know where it is then. There's piss jugs everywhere. It is piss catapult. Like you're just not gonna beat this. Like tell me you can beat content of piss jug catapult. Maybe ATG could beat it, but like nobody else.
I feel like anything Trailer Park Boys does is great. Like it's hard to beat their humor, man. But it's spot on with white trash people.
That's a pretty big budget. Like, how long did it take set guys to build all this shit? Like, I know they leave it up week to week, but somebody had to build the piss jug catapult for this show. It's fucking phenomenal.
So, like, on their website, SwearNet,
yeah,
they have a thing where they go behind the scenes of Trailer Park Boys, and the Trailer Park Boys themselves will go in there, act like they're from SwearNet. Like, hey, this is so and so with SwearNet, and like you kind of look like Ricky. Like, yeah, that's what I've been told. And they go in as themselves. And what really pisses me off is when you get legit people in the comments that are like, that they're the same people, right? We're like, no fucking shit, dude. It's fucking kayfabe. Run with it.
I cannot believe.
Damn drunk fucking clown. God.
Yeah, it's great. And then fucking, like that episode where like Randy and Leahy come out in the Bumblebee suit, and we were like, and Leahy was like, we're practicing for a play, and Randy was like, no, you know what, Leahy, it's fine, we're together, we're gay, and Leahy's like, I'm gay. It's fucking funny. Like every episode, and like. I keep going on this rant, but it's great. Like there's that episode where like Leahy's like his anniversary being fired from the force, so he puts on the outfit and becomes like this cop. Hey, there's fucking Sam, the guy who works at the vet. Dude, they turned that guy into shit, dude. He goes downhill.
I can't find the piss jug one I'm looking for, but the only way to find it, ladies and gentlemen, is just go back and watch every single Trailer Park episode.
What does Leahy say in the episode? He's like, this is 100 proof I'm drunk as fuck, bud.
The liquor's doing the thinking
now.
I am the liquor. I don't know, man.
What did he call? J-Rock called Leahy. He rolled up in the car. He's like, "Hey, Leahy, Kojak looking motherfucker."
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah,
all the cheeseburger rips. J-Rock had the best rips.
He knows to make that sounding like ribbit, like he would do like the DJ scratch and shit.
It's legendary. All right.
Yeah.
Trailer Park Boys got us up to 3 whole viewers, and we've been into this disaster of a show for an hour and a half. That's pretty good for us, bud.
Yeah.
I love your headband. I told you that before. That was in the pre-weird show. Again, apologies to
I would love to make a show like Trailer Park Boys.
I don't know why he thought we told him to leave. We'd never tell anybody to leave. We only have like 2 viewers.
I need to write a Trailer Park Boys type
Bonnie,
show.
dude, you're the man, dude. Thanks for the support.
I remember I messaged him and I was like, "How do you spell?" I was like, "How do you spell Bonnie?" I was like spelling it like.
This is Bonneville's last name is Bonneville.
Yeah, and so I thought his first name was legit Bonnie. I was like, "You spell like IE, right, or something?"
Support
like,
these dudes.
And he's like, "Oh, so play on Bonneville." I was like, "Oh,
If you want some highly entertaining content, go deep dive in there. But thanks to everybody who checks us out. This is episode 35. I don't really know what the audio will look like if we throw it up on Spotify. I'm losing steam on Spotify. Our listens there like zero.
I've given up on Spotify because I think
0.
Once you do a live stream, more people are inclined to watch that. So they're probably like, "Why do I need to go to Spotify when I can see it on YouTube?" The YouTuber.
But yeah, we appreciate any support. We're just here getting baseball weird. Roadrunners, College World Series, Dutch thinks Texas State's regional team, and Nebraska's going to win it all.
I said at the beginning of the season, my 2 picks are
outro music.
Texas State and Nebraska to go. Those are the 2 final teams.
Yeah.
I need to start rocking some Nebraska gear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, get some Nebraska stuff.
Support the legendary team.
Thanks Tuning in to 3VGB. Oh, we got a call. You got to answer that. This is going to work. Let me turn this down. Hold on. This is awesome.
Turn it up all the way.
Could be Bonnie. Could be somebody. No, I got to switch.
Hello?
To right. Oh, dude, let's see if we can hear it.
What's up?
Is it Bonnie?
Yeah, you are on there.
Oh, no, no, yes. I got to turn it up. That's why I can't hear him.
Yeah.
First time caller.
Oh, yeah.
First time caller, what's up? What do you want to talk about?
Huh?
What do you want to talk about?
Is that Bonnie right there?
It's George Bush, actually.
Dude, that's awesome.
He says he's got George Bush. He says he's really busy, but he's got like a fucking few minutes to spare.
All right, this is helpful. We'll let because we had.
Bush does?
Yeah, that's what you told me, George Bush. You goddamn right. But
Oh, Bonnie, we appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm loving the chaos.
Yeah, it's one of our better shows. I gotta turn. You really gotta turn this phone thing all the way up to get it into the
My
sound.
feet's behind.
Yeah, there we go. That sounds good. How's everything going out there, buddy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How you guys doing?
We're good.
Wrapping the show, trying to show as much love to, and he probably can't hear me because you're the only person talking on there, but we're just showing love to ATG.
Yeah,
is
it's
what
kind
we're
of
doing.
quiet. I just wanted to test the hotline out, see how it works.
It
Yeah.
actually, it's a magic jack. That's how technical we got, and like, actually, you can see because of course there's a delay, but look at the apparatus. Hold up the apparatus to the camera. Let's go to the Dutch cam.
The apparatus. You
Yeah,
mean
like the phone dangling. Yeah, like look at that on the camera. Look at that.
So you're talking to us? We have like a magic hack thing hooked up to the phone.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
like the feed is like.
Yeah, it sucks because it's delayed.
Yeah, it's like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be delayed for the caller, but for the one person, you Dutch, that's handling the phone, you can have the call, and if you put his thing up to the mic, maybe, then we can all hear. I
To
don't
this
know.
thing?
Yeah.
You
But
get
he
the
would never
red
be able to
phone
hear
and
me.
everything. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. This is like we were shocked on the phone. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't know if we could get it in there. If we could
Have you
get
had
the.
calls before?
My aunt called one day, but it was kind of awkward because like she called and we were talking, and but it wasn't like a lot of talking. So I was like, what do you want to talk about? It was like silent. I was like,
This is good.
okay then.
Was she calling the show to call
Yeah.
the show or calling?
Yeah, she called the show because
Hotline is like
she was wondering like
dedicated hotline?
she was wondering what to call me. It's like my name's Dutch, man. Call me goddamn Dutch. And I didn't say that.
Yeah.
What are you doing? 'Cause
What am I doing?
yeah.
I was watching the show.
Okay. The president said you loved the show.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
got the seal of approval.
we'll send my.
Roll Tide.
Send my regards to Bonnie.
about that.
And thank you for technically Bonnie gets gifts, right? Because Aunt Cheryl and Bonnie get we always said the first callers would get gifts, so we have to mail some stuff out.
That's something I know about Alabama's Roll Tide.
Tell Bonnie to
That's
DM
where,
me.
we live here. We're not from here.
Oh yeah, no.
Tell him to DM the address. We'll send gifts.
Yeah, we'll get his address. Might send him
Gift
some stuff.
boxes.
Where are you from originally, though?
I'm from Kansas City originally. That's
Oh,
right.
Kansas City. Oh, that's why you guys be rocking the gear sometimes.
The
Like,
Kansas City Mars.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Bonnie's.
Yeah, so we're Midwest. You're from Nebraska originally?
That's his shtick. It's the alter egos. Yeah.
You'll never know where I'm actually from, but I'm from Nebraska.
Well, I think we watched your shows when Tony had you in that dungeon or whatever trying to force feed you donuts.
Yeah.
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 I think you mentioned Nebraska.
so we did that interview like in a warehouse, and there was like these people that kept walking by. It was kind of funny.
That was our
Usually,
first.
When Jake and I are doing our shows, our neighbor next door is in his backyard. And he has no idea what the hell's going on.
Oh yeah, it's always awkward when you do stuff outside because like I used to do videos outside, and people like staring. But
Yeah. We're talking to the crows. And Jake is dancing half the time, and he's got blue hair. He has,
So good.
neighbor has no idea.
do the neighbors ever like talk to you guys like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
No, because it's like we moved in here right before Christmas in 2020, so it's like a neighborhood from the 70s, like ranch-style houses, so I think we're like the youngest family on the block.
Oh shit.
Everybody else is like 70, 80 years old. But I fell in love with the house because of the big-ass backyard for Whipple.
That's cool that you guys. I just imagine neighbors peeking out the window seeing these fucking people. What the fuck?
I think I figured out the levels too because I turned your mic all the way down, and I'm getting your audio out of the phone.
Oh, okay.
And now I can hear. I got Bill. I got Bonnie turned all the way up. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how this will sound in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good test.
We got a caller on 97.9 the Cat AM.
Man, oh man.
Can you play System of a Down?
Right. Hey man, they're coming out with a new record. I remember in high school, like when Linkin Park was here, I'm like, enough of that shit.
It's good stuff.
He said, "Can we play System of a Down?"
Yeah, no, this is good. This is good stuff. Well, tell Bonnie thank you, and then we'll go back an outro.
Okay.
Unless.
Well, we got a call. That was cool. That was like
awesome.
What do you call it? I can't think of the word. My English is kind of broken. But
nice feature.
Unexpected. There we go.
Unexpected content. Yeah.
Yeah, I dig that.
I'm like, man, the phone. I remember I was a kid. Pick up the goddamn phone. It keeps ringing.
I've seen your baseball hotline.
Yeah.
Trail thing running the whole time. It's like I gotta.
You gotta call Bonnie. That's awesome. Thank you.
We've had this phone line forever, and like people always tell us, "Oh, should I call it?" I'm like, "Yeah." So it's cool. This one called it.
That's awesome. Actually, people like it actually works.
People calling every week. I'm gonna push it.
You should. This is bullshit.
Tell them people can leave random messages apparently on Magic Jack 24 hours a day.
Yeah, so we have like a voicemail. So like if someone called in at like 2 in the morning or something, we'd get it.
We get the message and then talk about it on the show.
That's an interesting wrinkle. People can leave you messages. You can roll with something.
Yeah, they're like, I want you to talk about like whatever College of Charleston baseball, and then we would do that on the show. Or
talk about how the Rays are going to the series this year.
Yeah. So good stuff.
That is freaking cool.
All right, brother. Well, we'll let you. Well, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know how to rap, but I was like, it's all good.
Wrapping it up.
I don't know.
Wrapping it up.
Keep up the.
What's up?
Keep up the great work.
Man, thanks, Bonnie.
Dude, if I was you, I'd get a, what was that car, that Bonneville car back in the day?
Oh, at Bonneville.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
There's an actual Bonneville car. I think they still make them. I don't know.
And they were convertibles too, right?
Yeah.
Let's find a Bonneville real quick. Just because that's what we do. Get a Bonneville.
That is weird.
So who's your pick to go all the way this year in baseball?
Bonneville.
Oh, Mets, I guess. I don't
Mets?
know. I'm a Royals fan.
Yeah. I mean, you guys had that 1 year we won it, so that was cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
here we go.
but I've kind of been checked out since they won it in 2015 because it was so exhausting.
Well, I think with the Mets is they're going to do like they always do. They're going to get to a hot start, and then just collapse the second half of the season.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't.
I think they need to bring back Jason Bay out of retirement.
Jason Bay?
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Heap.
There we go. I'm pulling up Bonneville's just because. Bonnie's great.
So you're pulling them up?
I'm pulling up Bonneville's, and the only thing I would say on the sound, because I got turned all the way up for Bonnie.
What's he pulling up?
But
I'm not sure he's pulling up.
if you had
the car.
Yeah, if you had your mouth
car.
like not so close, because you're like sounding really loud on the waves. But Bonnie's like low a little bit, so like if you're just a little farther from it, I think it might.
Like this?
Yeah, I think that's coming in. Yeah. But
yeah, I'm real quiet. Dutch is loud.
Yeah, so I'm trying to like equalize that because I got to turn it all the way up to try to get.
Typical American.
That's good to know how to, because you're essentially the phone guy.
What? I have many experts of answering phones. Thanks for calling Michigan's Pizzas. But.
These Bonnevilles. I swear there's a sweet-ass convertible. Look at that one.
I would just start telling people it wasn't my family that started those cars.
Bonnie.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think our family was lumberjacks.
That'd be fucking sweet. I don't know what my family's known for, honestly. Pieces of shit.
The Chattahoochees, you got that whole river.
Got that.
Yeah, the Alan Jackson song.
The Alan Jackson River.
Alan Jackson song.
Oh, man.
I've got a hoodie from that Anxious and Angry, Ryan Young from Off Their Heads' online store. It's like it's Alan Jackson hardcore.
Oh shit!
It's got Alan Jackson on the back, sitting in an inner tube, like a screen from that video, and it says A lot about living, a little about love.
Yeah. Let's go down to the Chattahoochee.
Yeah, I love it.
The only interjection I have for anybody watch the show, check out Dusty Slay, the comedian on YouTube, talking
That guy's
about.
funny as fuck.
Oh, dude, he's talking about Alan Jackson's song. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's the funniest shit ever. And then he does talk about Chattahoochee a little bit, but you know.
My family takes a lot of pride in that goddamn river. You respect it, you hear?
Yeah. We'll figure out how to equalize this. This is sweet.
Break out the pontoon.
I tell you what, you sons of bitches.
Should I put 24 hour?
I'll go on a rant talking like that. I swear to God, I will.
Man.
I love
stuff.
Rednecks get angry is fucking great. Like those people in Alabama that fucking poison the trees, like the Roll Tide, and they went to the, what do you call it, University of like Auburn and fucking poisoned those trees.
Yeah, he poisoned shot the trees up with like Roundup.
Oh, dude, we've been going for like 2 hours actually. Oh, that's fine.
That was like right when we moved here. Then the
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those
Sports Talk radio show and bragged about it. I killed them trees.
The people on the radio show, you dumb shit.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, we live here like right in the heart of like the capital of college football.
Oh shit, yeah, Tuscaloosa goes on.
And don't give a shit at all.
Yeah.
Don't get yeah.
I'm not from here.
Yeah, it's all baseball, man.
Yeah.
All baseball.
There's people, baseball fans in San Antonio, but they're more like basketball and football. So.
What's the nearest? Where the Texans are in Houston, right?
Yeah, Houston, Texas. We have like the Spurs here, but they don't have any other pro sports teams.
It's all Spurs.
Yeah.
With the Missions, AA.
Fuck the Spurs.
The Spurs. Is the AA team still there?
Oh yeah, the Missions, yeah.
Yeah, Missions still there.
Yeah. And hopefully they're building a new stadium, but I don't know.
Also, I had Nolan Ryan in the management and some other people. They gonna get that shit built real quick.
Classic Bonneville's on there.
Yeah.
Because if they move the stadium downtown, we'll definitely get more people to go, but I don't know.
It's all good, bud.
Right on. All right.
Thanks for calling, man. It was nice hearing your voice.
Yeah.
Heard a fellow fan.
Legend. The legend.
You guys look great.
Thank you,
Great
sir.
show.
Appreciate
all
I
the
said at some point we'll have to get together and do like a...
And don't feel obligated to watch for the 2 hours of our... It's a long, aimless, wandering path of baseball and nonsense.
Wait till we do an ATG 3BGB like combo content or something?
Yeah, we're down for whatever. Absolutely.
Because I was talking today, I was like, man, the show intros are so great. I want to steal that idea.
Oh, it's so good.
Do it.
I don't know if
It's funny as fuck.
I don't know if anybody could do it as good as Bonnie. That's the
Use
thing.
whatever you guys want.
Whose idea was it to put the laughter in there, like the crowd?
It's just go.
Well, that we started with. We used to have a bunch of different clips that we'd use, like different crowd reactions.
Yeah.
We simplified it and just used the same file every time.
Yeah, that's what makes it funny. Because the first time I heard it, I thought you guys were legit like behind a baseball field or something, and then I realized, oh, that's just sound put in.
No, and I think I stole that off of YouTube. Even.
Probably.
I found one of those shitty sites where it's like YouTube to MP3. Like everything on that show, usually it's been some kind of sideways piece and shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Because like you guys like for some reason I don't know how you time it because you can't really hear it, but like the pauses between the laughs, kind of like when you're at a comedian show, everybody's laughing, you just kind of stop talking. It's like perfect because it'll be all the dumbest shit. And like, woo! It's fucking great. It cracks me up because there's like that pause between you guys to laugh. It's fucking great.
I'm so glad you guys like it.
Yeah.
Like they got Letterkenny on episode 120.
And it's just,
It all started with the King Rogers thing, like whole exclusive performance. But yeah, it's funny. Cause I think it's funny too, cause it's not like hardcore like effects. It's just like basic green screen and stuff.
Dude, it's so sweet.
yeah, and I just paid the $120 for another year subscription on that Power Director. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
the Mo's dancing.
So good.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm happy someone likes it, and we love your guys' stuff.
Yeah, man, you're the best.
Yeah. We need to come up with like a fucking show introduction for the podcast or something, like a promo video.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Letterkenny stuff.
Yeah, because people sometimes I'll joke with them like, what do you guys talk about in the podcast? I'm like, we talk shit and we cuss.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I wish they would let me smoke in here. That'd be a great addition to the podcast if I was smoking.
I'm going to check out episode 25. There's a sandwich here. The Stansberry Award.
Those cigarettes that was in the interview, those were like, those were real cigarettes, but they were like movie prop cigarettes. So they had like nicotine or tobacco in them.
Oh my god.
Like a prop cigarette.
Yeah, a movie prop cigarette.
Warehouse.
This is just gold.
Yeah. In 2020, they predicted the Rays World Series predictions. I seen a little picture.
They got like.
Take the Rays.
Had to come out.
Yeah, we lost fucking Houston. Welcome.
Yeah, that's right.
As an appearance.
Look at this. This is episode 25 with Larry Yount, and then Bonnie's eating a sandwich.
It's so weird to see this guy with like a full beard, though.
Me?
No, Jake.
What do you know?
Oh yeah, he was doing his.
I was like, he looks so different with that beard.
Yeah, he had like a playoff.
Oh yeah, they do that in hockey.
Episode 25. Oh, it's so weird to watch. This was probably so bad.
That's crazy. You remember the exact number.
So good.
It has Larry Ute in the background.
So good.
Yeah, like 18 minutes. That's way too long.
Yeah.
We just talked in the garage and didn't edit anything.
That's awesome.
That's the beauty of these things, though, because you don't really know what's it going to look like until you actually put it out.
Yeah.
It's a polished product of perfection now.
It's just funny because I just sit there and he's like drinking something, eating a sandwich.
It's so good.
That's why because like to me, honestly, we talk about this all the time. Turnstile I do, but like awkward silence is like the funniest thing.
Oh yeah. Like Jake and I, we'll get. You can tell if we're not like if I'm not feeling good or something. We still go out there and film it. If he's grouchy, but we. Like the awkward silence will hit, or I'll walk away, and then he has to come up with something, and then you end up with shit like scan burgers.
Because you guys don't have a script, right? You just kind of talk.
Yeah, we just talk.
Oh wow!
It's become a thing where he'll do a birthday for that deal because his thing is the baseball history. He's wanting to go into that. So we kind of touch on that, and then I won't know what birthday he's going to use, and I'll just if I know the guy, I'll like. Kind of like trying to guess it, and then we'll kind of riff on that, and then talk about what everybody's got going on with roster projects, and then just whatever nonsense comes up, basically.
Oh, what am I doing?
Yeah, I just think it's cool. Cause that's kind of how we do too. We have like a baseline of what we want to talk about, but there's no script. Like all the scripts we did, like those skits, there was no script really. We just kind of like
concepts.
We had a baseline. Okay, let's do this, and we just bullshitted. Everything's ad-lib pretty much.
Concepts and takes.
Nice. And then, like, Jake will pick the song that we have playing towards the end of the video, whatever he's been listening to that week. And then we've kind of settled on having that off with their head at the intro lately. I think we're going to stick with that all year.
Yeah.
And then, like, weird little jazz or lounge music in the middle that's included with software. Kind of been a nice touch. We dig it.
It's definitely interesting, that's for sure.
It's the best. What's with the bird? Ask him what's with the bird or the crow, because it shows up a lot, and I love it. Like, look at this thing.
Oh, the bird and the crow?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the crow, that came from, I'd have to find the episode where, it might have been like episode 3 or something, where back then Jake would always bring up, we're live from whatever, like live from Pickle Lake, or live from Mackinac Island, Michigan or something. We're never there.
Yeah.
I was telling a story of when my wife and I were at a beach in Mackinac Island, and there was a seagull trying to get my pizza.
I think that's funny. Live from Mackinac Island. That doesn't look like Mackinac Island at all.
Yeah, so there was we were eating the pizza at a picnic table on the beach, and the seagulls just kept fucking with us, trying to get my pizza. And there was kind of an awkward silence, and Jake just pauses and goes, "Squirrel!" like a bird. And then it gradually, when we moved to this house, we've got wilderness behind it, behind our fence and the other half acre, and there's always crows around. So you'll hear like crows squawking in the videos, it became a thing where, yeah, crows are cool, and they're all black, and they're kind of punk rock, I guess.
Crows are super smart.
That's really all it is to it.
See this Operation Ivy shirt he's rocking over here. You're wearing episode 141, season 3 finale. I missed that shit.
Into that thing.
Yeah. I used to do that shit on Facebook too. I would post like a random city I was at, but I wasn't really there. I was like, this place fucking sucks. And people would ask me, like, why'd you go there for? I was like, do you think I really just took a flight randomly to some Mexico place? Come on. I had the music video playing on the side of the shed.
Didn't make your number one, but it's your favorite.
It's very
So
close,
awesome.
though. That album, it's very close. These two,
ATG 141. I'm looking
my number
at
one
it.
and number
we need to
two
use that
could easily be
Angle
alternated.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
What number was the pup?
There was a
Number two.
I remember one time for this video, I made a video of me making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I had a green screen behind me, and playing behind me was Godzilla, so I was making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while Godzilla was playing.
Season
That shit's great, though. Just a layer.
4. Oh, he had a big year.
I still have that video on my hard drive. I need to find it. I need to post my old videos I used to make like back in like 2007. When it was just me and a camera.
Yeah, I've got some, I think, on Vimeo from like 2010, 11, just messing around when the kids were little.
Yeah.
That are still up there. I have to dig them up. Yeah, this was I think this was our end of the year music awards or something.
Yeah. I've always been fascinated with cameras. I have a lot of footage. Before I decided I should probably go to school for this full time or something.
That's awesome. What did I watch this morning? I think there was something, one of your guys' videos, it was kind of short. You were opening a pack of cards and your voice was all sped up.
Oh, yeah. We literally just did that. Like, we didn't even think about it. We just did it real quick. Like, it wasn't even an idea we had. He's like, just say something real quick. So I just said that shit on the fly, and whatever Turnstile was telling me was, we just literally made it up right there.
Technically, we were trying to like test some like audio stuff or something. We just wanted to fuck it up as bad as we could in audition to see what.
And so I pulled a bad card. I was like, fuck this card. Fuck this.
Yeah.
And the pause, the ending where like it fades perfectly, that was untimed. But oh yeah, there's the crow in the intro video.
Not greatness.
That's awesome.
Let's go around.
All right, dudes, I won't keep you.
All right, buddy.
We appreciate the call, man.
Man, you're the best, Bonnie. Thank you, sir.
I'm looking forward to every episode. Keep it going.
We're just excited that someone likes our stuff, someone listens.
Man.
Yeah.
Found brothers in arms.
We definitely feel the same about ATG. I always look hyped for those videos. Like a new video, I'm like, oh shit. So.
Brothers in arms.
It kind of, like I was saying, it refreshed us a little bit. So, yeah.
Good
very
stuff.
Cool. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Peace.
All right,
Peace.
we'll see ya.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man,
Have a good one.
All
Yeah,
right.
take care.
Go.
All right.
Man, respect to Bonnie and Jake. Yeah, I was interesting. Let me turn your sound back up.
Totally forgot I had a bandana on. I was like, what the fuck's on my head?
For some reason, like, the receiver was so loud, but, like, Bonnie was faint coming in. So I don't know how to, like, equalize that. It'll be interesting to go back and listen to that part. You got the Tupac going. That looks good.
It's definitely a tough thing to manage with the phone because you're not sure how it's going to sound.
I wonder if that's, like, probably a better, like, I mean, we could, like, talk baseball and talk our things, but then spend most of the show just going through, like, Trailer Park Boys and ATG videos. You know? Like, that's like, better. That's, like, great content.
That would definitely be a
Honestly.
funny episode. I used to wear my bandana like this, too. I'd wear it like this.
Just get shot.
I don't give a fuck.
What click are you with that one? But I think it looks cool.
What is that? The place with the flats, the salt flats?
Bonneville Salt Flats?
I'm with the Bonneville Salt Flats.
Because the Bonneville car. The Bonneville Salt Flats.
Represent. I'm like up there in rankings, you know what I'm saying? So I got this sweet jacket because
I guess we'll go back to outro music. We're outroing, and then Bonnie clutched up in the bottom of the ninth like he does, and then gives us a call. But, you know, the call wins the gift bag, so that's the show. It was way long.
Samantha said that it was loud. It was blowing her ears out.
Yeah, I figured it was. It was blowing my ears out, so I don't know how to fix that. Like, I guess you can go into YouTube and fix it later, but, you know, people are just going to have to cope with our production level, you know. What can you say?
They're going to have to deal with the bleeding ears.
But maybe it's like Bonnie was saying, the value of the hotline is people can just leave, like, random-ass messages about how much they hate the anti-shift rule or whatever, and then we just give them a shout out, say so-and-so left a message in the middle of the night and wants to talk about XYZ, and then just go like that.
Like, hey, this is Don from San Pedro. Just want to let you know that this and that.
Some nice elevator music there. Fade that down. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. The gentleman at ATG or anybody else who ever stumbles across this, universal DH rule is dog shit. And check out yourself some Japanese spring training on YouTube.
I will say 2 things before I leave.
All right, bub.
First thing, we have 2 gift bags or 2 prizes we have to ship out.
Yeah,
now.
Aunt Cheryl and Bonnie.
And the
really
second,
Bonnie and Jake.
And the second thing is I say every week, when in doubt, add some pepper.
Add some pepper. What I say is embrace the mystery. We know about like 0.0000001% of what's going on with this entire universe. We're just in mortal form right now, and it's fucking weird because we're trapped by our senses.
So check this out. I want to say one more thing before I close out.
Yeah.
So I've been talking to this dude right now, and I'm buying a whole set of 1991 Topps baseball cards,
Jesus,
like the hobby box, the big old box, like 900 cards for $20.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Sounds good.
It's
$20 is nothing with the Fed printing.
It's honestly what the average price is, which is kind of weird. It's considering the age and it's a complete set.
You can never have enough baseball cards.
I agree.
It will be currency in the future once the aliens invade.
Samantha supports my habit, but she also collects like Magic cards and Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
So she understands collecting. And we don't collect for the value, so we're never like, oh, I want to buy this because I could get money back for it. No. Just the pure joy of having cards.
Even though all baseball card collectors know we're going to retire on our baseball cards in about 20 years. Everybody's a millionaire.
Well,
that's what my analysis says.
It depends.
My financial analysis.
I mean it's
really, honestly, if you want to retire early, go out to a baseball card store right now, spend about $40. About 10 years, you're going to be worth about $60 million.
I will say this, though. Like,
I'm
if
not
someone,
a financial advisor. But
if someone offered me a lot of money for my cards, I wouldn't say no. I'm not that attached to them, but I'm not looking to sell them to make money, you know? I would only sell them if someone's like, hey, man, here's like, I'll give you $100,000. Okay, fucking take the cards there. They're yours.
Yeah. I was going to make Mr. Nakatomi a joke. I don't really want to disclose. I sold Mr. Nakatomi a Mark Grace rookie card, but I overcharged him a little bit. But then again, that's because he asked us to pick up the tab at that bar in Tokyo, so that was like crazy expensive. But all right, thanks, Dutch. Great show. Thanks to Bonnie, Jake, and Mike G, and Scotty B, and all the legends.
Holding
UTSA,
it down.
Texas State, Jose Gonzalez. Keep doing your thing.
Looking forward to Seguin Rivers Monsters. The season's coming up in a little while.
It's going to be awesome. All right, we out. I'm going to end the broadcast. Oh, wait, I got to go here. This one. Well, I guess we got to go to this one and actually click end stream. Epic.